footage used in any of the Slasher Scotty videos, including the body count, the rankings, and the top 10 videos, are entirely owned by the copyright holders. Slasher Scotty makes no claim of ownership and simply uses the footage for purposes of education, commentary, and criticism under the Fair Use Act. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Top 10. I am your host Slasher Scotty, and boy, what a top 10 we have in store for you right now. We are about to count down the top 10 Christmas horror films. That's right, we're going all the way to December, baby. We're going to the holidays. Now, before we get into the top 10 Christmas horror films, let me tell you a couple of things, alright? So the first thing I want to let you know is that, well, subscribe to my channel. Why not? Show me some love, right? I mean, you want to show me some love and show support to this channel who is all things horror. And then, of course, if you like this video, give us a like, and I'm sure your opinions are also going to be different than mine on which, Christmas holiday flicks are your favorite. So if yours differs from mine, whether it be I left something out that you believe should be on, or it's just in the wrong order, let us know your opinions. I want to know what you think, and I interact with all of my fans, so I would love to hear what your thoughts and opinions are on your top 10 Christmas horror films. And then, of course, hit that bell notification icon, because if you don't, you won't be updated on any of the videos that I post, and you don't want that now, do ya? So, before we get in, I want to let you know there's a golden rule at this channel, and that is, this is my personal rankings. These are my opinions, and I care about yours. And like I said, comment to let me know if yours are different. But these are my opinions, so don't ridicule me on what I select as my top 10. So now, are you ready to count down our top 10 Christmas horror films? So how about this? Go get your eggnog, go get your Christmas cookies, sit back and enjoy us as we count down the top 10 Christmas horror films. See you soon. Number 10 is Mercy Christmas. Mercy Christmas is a horror comedy film that is about a man named Michael Brisket meeting the perfect woman, and his ideal Christmas dream comes true when she invites him to her family's holiday celebration. The dream ends up getting shattered when Michael struggles to survive once he realizes that he is the one that'll end up being the Christmas dinner for his date's family. An interesting and original idea, and it is nicely done. I enjoyed watching it and decided to put it on the list, but it is number 10 as I doubt I'll ever revisit it again. Number 9 is Better Watch Out. This holiday horror flick is about a girl named Ashley traveling to the suburban home of the Lerners to babysit their 12-year-old son named Luke during the holidays. However, she must soon defend herself and the young boy when unwelcomed intruders announce their arrival. This film is cleverly done, but overall, not my favorite Christmas horror film if you ask me. Number 8 is All Through the House. This is a Christmas slasher film that is all about a deranged mass Santa Claus slayer coming to town for some Yuletide terror where he leaves behind a bloody trail of mutilated bodies as he hunts his way to the town's most fearsome and notorious home. I thought this film was alright for what it had going on, but overall it was just another Santa Claus slasher film and nothing unique or original about it. It should have given us something we haven't seen before in the form of a Christmas holiday slasher if it wanted to keep the slasher routes. Number 7 is Silent Night, Deadly Night. This is the first Christmas horror film I have seen, and it was quite a low-budget yet creepy one. Billy's parents have been murdered by a murderous Santa Claus, and Billy eventually disguises himself as Santa Claus and goes around the town killing people on Christmas. This is one of the first, if not the first, Christmas holiday horror slasher film to utilize the Santa Claus as a killer stereotype, and it sets the trend for all the others that followed, to which I find it amazing. This is original because it wasn't following a trend, but was the trendsetter. Number 6 is Jack Frost. Yes, a horror film Jack Frost, not the animated or family action film Jack Frost. This film is about a notorious serial killer, Jack Frost, that was being driven to his execution where the truck that was carrying him encounters a bizarre accident that transforms him into a mutant snowman. The sheriff, who caught the psychopathic killer originally, has remained concerned about his return, and it seems that his fears were well founded. But before long, the bodies start to pile up in all kinds of gruesome wintry ways. This film is a true original, as I don't recall a Christmas horror flick having its killer be a snowman, which I find badass and super cool. Number 5 is Gremlins. Gremlins is another unique wintry movie where a gadget salesman is looking for a special gift for his son, and he finds one at a store in Chinatown. The shopkeeper is reluctant to sell him the mogwai, but sells it to him with a warning to never expose him to bright light, water, or to even feed him after midnight. All of this happens, and the result is a gang of gremlins that decide to tear up the town on Christmas Eve. This movie I did see as a child, and it freaked me out beyond belief. A cult classic to say the least by those horror lovers around the holiday season. Number 4 is Krampus. While the holiday season represents the most magical time of the year, ancient European folklore warns about the horned beast who punishes naughty children at Christmas time, and his name is Krampus. When a dysfunctional family squabbling causes young Max to lose his festive spirit, it unleashes the wrath of this fearsome demon. As Krampus lays siege to the Engel home, this family must band together to save one another from a monstrous fate. Another unique horror Christmas film and an original idea based on folklore ideology, and I really enjoyed this film. It also did give me a few nightmares, which I rarely get when divulging horror flicks, so that is why this film has to be ranked as high as it is. Number 3 is Silent Night. This terrifying holiday flick is about a vicious killer dressed like Santa Claus, and he hides in plain sight during a small town's annual Christmas festivity and kills its citizens one by one. The most terrifying part about this film is that it was based on true events known as the Covina Massacre, where on Christmas Eve 2008, a 45-year-old man named Bruce Jeffrey Pardero killed 9 people via gunshot wounds or in an arson fire at a holiday party, and he wore a Santa suit during the massacre. That alone gets it in the top 3 of this top 10 ranking if you ask me. Number 2 is Secret Santa. This film is directed by Jason Goes to Hell, the Final Friday director, Adam Marcus, and it is a must-see holiday flick for sure. The premise of the film is that a Christmas dinner brings tidings of death when someone enacts revenge, and out of the bloody massacre rises a hero who must face all of the odds to stop an outbreak before it is too late. This is one of my favorite holiday season slasher films. Hey everyone, Scotty is back again, and boy, we just counted down the 9 of the top 10 Christmas horror films. Now, we have to get into the number 1 spot, don't you think? But before we do, we have to give some recognition to some really good Christmas horror flicks that just weren't good enough to be in our top 10. That's right, our honorable mentions. So I'll see you back here after we pick the number 1 pick, but I'm not going to be doing any voiceovers for these, so enjoy these clips of these Christmas horror classics, and I'll see you back here after we count it down the number 1 spot, baby!
Santa? Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus.
Who are you? What are you doing?
You want some?
But now, I want you to remember to stay good boys and girls. Respect your mothers and fathers and do what they tell you. Obey your teachers and learn a whole lot. Now, if you do this, I'll make sure you get good presents from me every year. But if you're bad boys and girls, your name goes in the bad boys and girls book. And I'll bring you something horrible.
I knew it. Krampus, vile enemy of Christmas.
Well, whatever it is, I think you overcooked it.
On the contrary, I baked up just fine.
The hell is that?
Well, it sure ain't the Pillsbury fucking dope boy.
Number 1 is Black Christmas, and yes, the original, not the remake. This is the second holiday slasher film I saw, and it is by far the best of the best as well. It's about a group of sorority sisters during the beginning of winter break receiving anonymous, lascivious phone calls where one of the girls, named Barb, eggs the caller on but stops when he responds threateningly. Soon, Barb's friend, Claire, goes missing from the sorority house, and a local adolescent girl is also murdered, which leads to the girls to suspect a serial killer is on the loose. No one realizes how near the culprit truly is, and he can strike at any time. This film is a great holiday treasure, and it sure is a masterpiece, which is why it is the number 1 on this top 10 list. Woo! We have just counted down the top 10 Christmas, holiday, horror flicks out there. Wow, it's such a good feeling, don't you think? I mean, talk about getting into the festive holiday Christmas spirit, right? So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm hoping you did anyways, and I hope you agreed with me. But if you didn't, that's okay. Just comment below and let us know what your top 10 are, alright? And of course, like the video if you liked what you saw. And, well, hit that bell notification icon because I have other videos in the works that are going to be coming on this channel. And you want to be notified every time I upload one. And, of course, you know it's coming. You know it's coming. Remember to slash that subscribe button. And I'm really happy with what we did here. I'm really, really happy. We did a great job. We counted down the top 10. This is amazing. It's so cool. And, well, before I go, I want to ask you something, all right? I need to ask you something. Have you been naughty or nice? Have you been good? Have you? Well, remember, I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice. I'm gonna find out if you're naughty or nice. Slasher Scotty's coming to town. Ho 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 ho!